good?
Are we good?
Are we good?
We're live! Welcome, people, fellow go-getters and future go-getters. Nam Radner and Taylor Fair.
Taylor Fair, that's right.
Look at this handsome man with his new haircut.
There's like a mirror right here.
Episode GGI Live, episode number 42, where dreams are big, but taking action is
Bigger.
It's way bigger, guys. And we're coming here with more content, more value. You can see our swag down here. Thank you, April, for setting that up. If you haven't connected with April, what's your last name? April Flat, right? If you haven't connected with April Flat, she's one of our marketing assistants. Great person. She's 19 years old. 21 years old. Young but hustling and always open to learn. If you haven't met her, come out to our next monthly event, May 23rd, and you can shake her hand. But thank you for setting this up. If you want some of this swag, come out to our next event too.
Definitely.
But why don't you take it off to tip number 1?
Okay, so today what we're going to be talking about is 3 tips on how you can learn how to sell yourself and just sell your service, your product, whatever it is, in a way that people want to deal with you.
Yeah.
And they, it's just going to come off naturally, and it's not like you're going to feel like begging them for the opportunity or whatever it may be. So 3 tips on that. I'm going to start out with number 1, and the first tip that you want to do when you're wanting to sell yourself is always have trust. And when you have trust, it's different from many things, but people want to trust you, right? They're going to want to be able to know that if you say you're going to do something, or they, like for instance, if I give Nam money, right? I trust Nam is going to give me that money back, or that it's safe with him. Say, hey man, here's $100. I just, can you go get that for me and then give me the change? I trust him. So people need to trust you, and that's a huge thing when you're selling. So that's tip number 1. What's tip number 2?
Yeah, tip number 2. So tip number 1 was trust. Tip number 2 is your attitude. And everything is attitude, right? So like even when it comes to, if you relate back to trust, people only gonna want to trust people that they really like and they want to associate with, right? And trust is developed over, building rapport and having that relationship with that person. But they only want to develop a rapport with you or develop a relationship if they like your attitude. If you're a positive person, solution-oriented, always got a smile on your face, no matter what, life is always going to come at you. Life is always going to come throw shit at you, but regardless of the situation, you find a solution and you have a positive, optimistic attitude with a solution or multiple solutions ready to go, more and more people are going to want to deal with you and they will trust you more, right? So you need to have a super, super good attitude, no matter what's happening, regardless of what's happening in your life personally. This is very important because sometimes we think business and your personal life is different. In my opinion, nowadays with social media and with the way everything going, it's together. Your brand, our go-get it brand, is our personal brand. It's who Nam is, it's who Taylor is, it's who Saran is, it's who April is. We strive to be that go-get it mentality. So your brand is important. So whatever happens to you in your life, right, personally, you need to attack it with that same attitude, and so it doesn't reflect in your business, right? Attack your life issues with positivity, with solution-oriented mindset, right? And that way you're going to attack your business problems the same way. So you need to have a proper attitude. That's tip number 2.
I love that. And, I'm just going to branch off a little bit of just, the one life thing. It's not like 5 o'clock comes, and this is what really slapped me right in the face when someone said this to me, but it's not like 5 o'clock comes and Nam's a different guy. It's not, it's 5 o'clock, I'm gonna change my attitude now. Yeah. So that's it's just like all the time, and just being like, how can I help you? No problem at all. Of course, absolutely. So moving on to tip number 3, credibility. And you might be thinking, Tay, trust and credibility, that's the same tip, right? Different. For instance, I could trust someone like to the end. Nam could trust me and say, I really trust you, Tay. But if I'm giving him advice on how to fix a car engine, he might be like, I really trust you, Tay, but I just don't know if you have the credentials on how to fix my engine right now. I'm going to take it to a mechanic. I'm going to take it to a professional who claims that they're a mechanic, right? So credibility and trust are different. So someone building trust, that's really great. and your attitude is super positive. You gotta smile. You're always like serving and how can I help? And like that beautiful big smile Nam's got there. And then credentials, and have them written down. Just have a track record. Like, you know, these are my credentials. I can do this. Whatever service, product, whatever you're trying to sell over to that.
Exactly.
So those are 3 tips. Testimonials.
Testimonials is huge. Like, I mean, when we go to buy properties, if you're regarding real estate, when you're going to buy a property from a private seller, that you need to have all those 3 things. They need to be able to trust you. So if you say you're going to show up at a certain time, you show up, or you at least give them a call to give them a heads up saying, hey ma'am or sir, I'm not going to be able to make it on the time that I said, but I'll be there about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
That builds trust. That builds a certain trust in them, right? Then you go out there and you have a great attitude. You got a smile on your face, you're shaking your hand, you're saying, hey, my name's Nam, like I said over the phone. Really, thank you for letting me in the house. And they're going to complain about the shitty situation that they have. Hey, I totally understand where you're coming from. Talk to a lot of people in the same situation, but that's why I'm here. I want to see how I can help you, right? We're going to think positive. We're going to think solution-oriented, right? Then you show them credibility. You show them testimonials, written testimonials, video testimonials of other people, other sellers that have had success working with us, right? So that's how you want to do it when it comes to real estate, guys. Those are 3 crucial tips that I think is huge.
Definitely.
Yeah. You guys take it away. If you want to learn more and you want to get some of this swag and you want to shake hands with this handsome fella and meet April, you need to come to our next monthly event, May 23rd. Comment below if you want the link. If you don't know how to register, comment below or DM us privately and we'll send you the link, get you registered. Other than that, go take action on what you learned.
Definitely.
Because dreams are big, but taking action is
bigger.
So go get it, guys.
That's right.
Have a wonderful Thursday.
Keep it real.